Hi everyone, it's Ted here with you, and it's time again for math class. Guess what? This is lesson 20. Oh no, lesson 20? Well, I guess that's good news and bad news. The good news is that we've been studying together for 20 lessons now. That means we've learned a lot of very good math terms, and so on. The bad news, or the sad news, would be that it's our final lesson of this section. I'm very sad about that. You've all been great students. You've been a wonderful class. I'm very proud of you, and I'm very sad that this is our final lesson. Well, let's make it a great lesson, shall we? Okay. Today's lesson is called Practice Questions for Shapes. Practice questions for shapes. We've been talking about shapes for the last few lessons. Now we're going to look at some practice questions about shapes. Here are the 5 key expressions. Number 1, what is the name of the shape? What is the name of the shape? Number 2, how many sides does it have? How many sides does it have? Number 3, does it have equal sides? Does it have equal sides? Number 4, how many faces does it have? How many faces does it have? And number 5, which shapes are the same? Which shapes are the same? Okay, those are the 5 key expressions for today's lesson. Listen to the lesson now, and you'll hear these expressions. Are you ready to go? Let's go together. Let's do it. All right, here we are back at the chalkboard. Let's take a look at some interesting shapes, and let's also take a look at some practice questions for shapes. We're going to practice learning how to ask questions. What kind of questions can you ask about a shape? All right, I'll ask the questions, you practice them, and you answer them too. Here we go. First question, number 1. What is the name of the shape? What is the name of the shape? So you would ask this question. What is the name of the shape? Shall we go over them together? What is the name of the shape? This shape is a rectangle. Very good. What is the name of the shape? This shape, yes, it's a square. What is the name of the shape? It's a circle. How about this shape? Ooh, more difficult. What is the name of the shape? Well, it's half of a circle. Do you remember half? Semicircle. This is a semicircle. What is the name of the shape? Trapezoid. And one more. What is the name of the shape? A triangle. Now, another question you can ask about shapes is how many sides does it have? Let's look at a couple. If I say, how many sides does it have? You would say 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 sides. How about here? How many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3. It has 3 sides. What about the trapezoid? How many sides does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. A trapezoid has 4 sides. Another question would be to say, does it have equal sides? Does it have equal sides? Well, the square, does it have equal sides? Yes, it does. Every side is equal. Every side is equal. Yes, a square has equal sides. What about a rectangle? Well, the sides aren't all equal, but there are 2 pairs of equal sides. This side and this side are equal. This side and this side are equal. A rectangle has 2 pairs of equal sides. What about the word face? Do you remember that word? How many faces does it have? We usually use this when we talk about solid objects. Let's take a look at some solid objects. How many faces does it have? Well, do you remember this? What is this called? Right, this is a pyramid. How many faces does it have? Let's count. Here's a face. There's a face. There's a face. And there's a face. 1, 2, 3, 4. This pyramid has 4 faces. Let's look at one more solid object. A cube. How many faces does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A cube has 6 faces. Each face is a square. A cube has 6 square faces. Finally, another great question would be, which shapes are the same? Which shapes are the same? Let me give you 2 more shapes. Here are a couple of new shapes. There we go. Perfect. Now, we have a lot of shapes on the chalkboard. Which shapes are the same? This is a triangle, and this is a triangle. This shape and this shape are both triangles. 3 sides, 3 angles. Triangle, triangle. How about this shape? Is anything the same? Yes, this is a square, and this is a square. These shapes are the same. Square, square. Okay. Wow, lots of good questions, lots of good shapes. Have you done enough practice? No, there's no such thing as enough. You can always practice more. Okay, let's review. Let's review what we learned in today's lesson. Okay, let's wrap up today's lesson. What did we learn? Well, it was practice questions for shapes. Yes, practice questions about shapes. What kind of questions did we learn? We learned what is the name of the shape. When you want to ask what a shape is called, you say, what is the name of the shape? And we looked at a few very common and a few different looking shapes. How many sides does it have? When you look at a shape, you can ask how many sides does the shape have? This, of course, is a rectangle. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. Does it have equal sides? Does the shape have equal sides? Are the sides equal? Well, when in a square, yes, all four sides are equal. On a rectangle, you have two pairs of equal sides. This and this are equal. This and this are equal. Does it have equal sides? That's a good question to ask about shapes. How many faces does it have? This question you ask about a solid shape. How many faces does it have? A cube, for example, has 6 faces. 6 squares, each one is the exact same size. Finally, which shapes are the same? And on the chalkboard, we saw 2 squares. Not the same size, but they were the same shape. Square and square. Wow, that pretty much does it. That's it for lesson 20. And that means that's it for our series. As I said at the beginning of today's lesson, I'm a little bit sad. Actually, I'm very sad. I will miss you. We've learned a lot together, haven't we? We've learned about multiplication. We've learned about division. We've learned about measurement. And we've learned about shapes. We've learned so many very important things and very useful things. I hope you will all continue studying. Please never give up. Continue and study hard and practice, practice, practice. Take care. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.